please visit my website, programtokill.net. Go to plans and prices for even more exclusive information. You can also support me now on Patreon. Add me on TikTok. And leave a like and comment.
From records seized from the Odyssey Foundation Tuesday night, police compiled the names of 30 juveniles from 13 states who were allegedly procured as companions for older homosexual men known as sponsors. Youth Division Captain Benny Newman told me only 5 of the 30 juveniles are from Dallas, and those 5, he said, were not harmed as a result of their connection with the alleged procurement operation. I asked Captain Newman if police had identified any older Dallas men as sponsors.
I don't think we'll find very many local sponsors because there is no point in a local homosexual trying to get a local boy to be with him under this system.
Police are still trying to compile enough evidence to file a charge of conspiracy to commit a felony, namely sodomy, against 45-year-old John Paul Norman, the alleged head of that homosexual procurement operation in Dallas. Martha McIntyre, Channel 8 News on the Move at the Dallas Police Station.
Here, go ahead and let him come. Surprise, surprise.
Were you ever asked by the Odyssey Foundation to come? Okay. Do you know how widespread this alleged homosexual procurement ring?
No, too many people are getting that wrong. They think that the Foundation is telling us to do all these things, and the Foundation doesn't. It's left up to myself. If I want to go out and do something, it's left up to me. And just like it is with any other fellow in the organization. Too many people ask that same question. Were you asked to do this? Were you asked to do that? We're not asked to do anything. Just be ourselves, you know.
Do you know of any sponsors in the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
Yes, I do.
Are they wealthy men?
I
men
have-
in positions of influence?
I have never met them. I mean, I just know that there are sponsors here in Dallas and Houston and Fort Worth.
Has there ever been any violence?
There's no violence at all in this foundation. When we first became fellows, we signed a contract that said we would not do any illegal criminal acts.
Today, the alleged leader of the procurement ring, 45-year-old John David Norman, was charged with conspiracy to commit a felony, namely sodomy, and violation of the state narcotics law. Police report that Norman once lived in Houston, but they're unable to link him with the Dean Corll homosexual ring. According to police, Norman has been in the penitentiary twice on morals charges. Also being questioned by police are 5 teenage boys who were undergoing orientation on how to become so-called fellows for older homosexuals. Police describe the young men as victims of the procurement ring. Charges will not be filed. One of the youths from Arkansas, known only as Greg, said he was promised a college scholarship in return for becoming a fellow. Greg told me he was disillusioned to find out about Norman's criminal record.
Well, I'm really glad that it's in the open. There's a lot of things that none of us knew, and I'm just really glad that it's come out in the open.
The raid last night netted police box after box of cataloged files containing the names and addresses of 50 to 100,000 persons in 35 states who were on the ring's mailing list. Also seized were hundreds of pictures of young males available to older men for homosexual activities. The procurement operation was known as the Odyssey Foundation and even published a newsletter promising young men travel opportunities in return for services. 2 Dallas police detectives are still on special assignment in Houston, trying to determine if there's any evidence to link the Houston slayings with the alleged homosexual ring in Dallas. At this point, police don't believe there's any connection. Martha McIntyre, Channel 8 News on the Move. Dallas police raided this apartment house on Corll Street last night and arrested 6 persons in connection with an alleged homosexual procurement ring based in San Diego, California.
We obviously will have to try to locate these various young men that have been procured as homosexual partners. We will have to try to locate these people and see where they are now. Some of these young men are juveniles under Texas statutes and probably under the statutes of most states. Consequently, we're going to concentrate our efforts on identifying those first and then determine where they are.
Well, we've been investigating what basically was secondhand information out of this Houston mass murder situation, which indicated that there was possibly the same type of a homosexual mass murder thing going on in Dallas. Now, the information we were investigating was, as I say, secondhand, but we were checking and investigating it through our missing persons unit and several other units. We did not find anything here between last Friday and yesterday morning to indicate that that was the case.
Are there any similarities between what's happened here in Dallas and the Houston situation other than the fact that homosexuals are involved in both?
We haven't found any similarities in this homosexual procurement situation with the mass murders in Houston, no.
But the Houston incident just has everyone appalled. This individual was a murderer, not a homosexual. He was labeled a homosexual, but he is foremost a murderer, just like anyone else that takes someone's life. And this happens in the heterosexual community as well, and there's no reason it should reflect on the homosexual community per se. If a heterosexual attacks a young girl on the street or even kills her, as has happened in cases in the past, that doesn't mean that all heterosexuals would do the same thing or even condone it.
But isn't it true that there is a lot of violence associated with homosexual relationships, more so than heterosexual relationships?
No, I don't really believe so. There's violence in heterosexual relationships where a husband kills wife or kills off his whole family. You have those kinds of violences too.
As one sympathetic to the gay community, how do you look upon this homosexual ring now that it's been exposed?
Well, this particular aspect, I am glad that it is exposed. I just hope that the general community will not look upon this as saying, yeah, see, I told you, all homosexuals are that way. And they prey on young kids and take advantage of young kids and mislead them, and this is not true.